Plumlee still working to expand his skill set, but you don't find many 7-footers who can uncork a 40-inch vertical leap. I mean, his athleticism sets him apart.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Snell. He's guarded by Thomas. Here's Gasol. In close, he hits it. Gasol's got his first bucket in this one. Here's Green. And Gibson with the block. Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on the ball so far?
Yeah, the defense has been terrific. They came out right from the beginning alert and focused, and they've been really good at that end of the floor.
And I think Coach has to be pleased with the effort, Steve.
Wow.
Marcus Morris is out there with Reggie Bullock. Then there's Dragic. Then it's Alex Len. And it's Dragic in the two spot. So that's the Suns' 5 as we get into the second quarter.
And little to no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, that was a tough one right there.
Moves back up. And it's Dragic with the rebound.
All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
And things are going to come way too easy for him if he can get that post position.
I agree with you, Steve. You got to deny him the ball down there as best you can.
No, fuck.
The Suns training staff renowned around the league for their ability to keep players healthy. They're at the forefront, biomechanics and all that new school stuff. The results have been terrific. It's called preventative maintenance.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. And when you ask people in the Suns organization
why did
about
you
the
do that?
Steve, they say they really hold players accountable. And that's the key in many people's minds.
Well, I was there with them, Kevin, as general manager for several years, and that staff is as good as any. And there's no doubt. I mean, if there's no commitment from the players to their conditioning and their training, it doesn't matter how good the training staff is, it's not going to work.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, Kevin, Bulls coach Tom Thibodeau worked with Clippers coach Doc Rivers in Boston for many years, and they remain close friends, often sharing notes. Rivers said of Thibodeau, he's the best mind I've ever been around. People keep expecting them to fall, but he holds them together. It's his system, but it's more just his way. He simply doesn't relent, Kevin.
He makes his players believe, Doris. That's something they both share in common. Thank you. Here is Rose, following the score by Phoenix.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Here's Bullock. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Bullock's got 4 this quarter.
That bounce pass got him the ball in rhythm. Nice play.
Rose goes in. No good.
And this has not been a quarter for him to remember.
Yeah, it sure hasn't, Steve. I mean, he's been doing his invisible man impersonation here, hasn't he? Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play.
Oh, yeah.
I think some urgency from him there.
Yeah, he's sensing this is a critical
Guy's
time
record
in this
60
game,
and 30. Yeah, we're in the second quarter, but
let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. Taking a look at Atlanta. And, of course, Chicago. 7.5 games behind. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. That's good.
It's not about
and
the team, it's
now
about the player.
6 points for Pau Gasol.
He's making it look easy scoring out there because he's much more efficient here in the second.
There you go, Win.
Pau Gasol over the last few seasons dealing with a number of lower body injuries. Knee tendonitis, plantar fasciitis, groin, toe.
Oh, nice block.
Hey, Kobe had suggested to him to try to really slim down to lessen the pressure on his joints.
There you go. Bullock, I think he got 8 points.
Bullock lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And it's a 6-point Suns lead.
He's had his stars in the whole game.
Left side, Butler. Left side, Butler. Right side, Gasol.
Nope.
Clock is at 3. Buried from 15 feet out. Gasol's got 6 in the quarter.
He's done a nice job, a great job actually, of finding efficient shots here in the second. Shooting percentage always a function of the kinds of shots you get. He's on a good roll after struggling a bit in the first.
Here's Bullock. That one rolling around and rims out. Bulls trail by 4. And slam dunk by Butler.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done. That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
Bullock passes to Dragic. Gasol with the steal.
Definitely a 2-for-1 situation here, guys.
Yeah, the wise move would be to find themselves a quick shot right away.
And Reggie Bullock gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Here's Butler. 17 points in his last outing.
Oh, right, my bad.
It's stolen by Morris.
That's a couple of very shaky possessions in a row. One turnover right on top of the other.
I was wondering when he was going to
Slow it down for them to catch their breath before they give the ball away again.
Chicago calls timeout. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
Yeah, and in the end, it wasn't even close. I mean, they had points coming from all over the floor.
Boy, they were locked in and ready to roll, and offensively, they just had a rhythm that was impressive.
A platoon swap here for Phoenix. Chicago shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
You know, he's as close to a sure thing as you can possibly have when he steps to the line.
And it's Bledsoe off the drive.
There you go.
The Suns shooting their first free throws of the game.
Well, how about the numbers for this club? As a team, 79% from the free throw line this year.
Those are good numbers for any team. I mean, they can feel extremely good about their free throw shooting percentage this season.
Bulls trail by 6. Rose against Thomas. Rose kicks to Snell. Just 3 on the clock. Uses the glass to drop it in.
Well, he had that height separation there on the mid-range jump shot.
I hit one last
Close
night.
game as we wrap up the second quarter.
Wasn't online. It was against my cousin. Hit one
Suns
last night.
ahead, leading by 4.
Hit one from half court.
Stay with us, folks. We'll get
Just
back
like
just
that.
after halftime to start the third
Almost the
quarter.
same amount of time, too. Just turned around, shot it, and made it.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead
That's
to
a
the
good
first 2
first half.
quarters.
Got to play better here in the second half.
What a game for Rose. He has 14
So this guy's
points,
record's like 60 and
and
30.
the additional offense he's provided from the line, big impact.
Yeah, major impact. I mean, a good chunk
lost
of their
one
scoring
game.
has come straight from his work at the foul line.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Taking a look at the Bulls. D-Rose and Jimmy Butler
pass.
back. Gibson is the 4 with Gasol in
Had
the middle.
one of the Morris
And
twins in the
Snell
corner
in
over
the
there.
small forward position. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession.
Let's see how the Suns have performed over the last few weeks. Second in steals, second in field goal percentage, and they're ranked 3rd overall in team offense. This is a team that knows how to put the ball in the basket, and really that's their strong suit.
Give me the fucking ball, yo.
No, they just play hard, Clark. They play hard every single night, and that's really shown in those steals totals that you talked about. They really attack the offense. They try to make every possession a difficult one. When they're on their game, they're forcing turnovers, creating havoc, and then getting out in transition.
This game's going to take a big swing. Clark, if the D continues to clear out like that and give up easy dunks.
Yeah, that's the kind of defense we expect to see in a blowout, Kevin, or even an exhibition game, not a close game like this.
Look how frustrated Steve is over
Well, I just, you know what, come on, I just like that he didn't choose to just lay it up there. I mean, he threw it down with force.
I just don't understand it.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well,
Well, gentlemen, Gerald Green was the 18th pick back in 2005, but remember, he fell out of the league for a while, saying, quote, I took things for granted. I didn't know how to be a pro, but I've learned from my mistakes. I understand now this is not a hobby, this is a job. Now I'm a better professional, a much better player, and I'm all about winning. Kevin?
A nice comeback story, Doris. Nice story. Thank you. Chicago with the ball, following the score by Phoenix. Here's Gasol. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Pau Gasol is one of the most skilled 7-footers in the game. He can pass, handle the ball, shoot it from outside, and is terrific on the low block. He has all the moves, and he knows how to link them together, too.
Now, here is Morris. Following the miss by Eric Bledsoe. Morris with the ball. Gasol covering.
What a fucking
Morris with the bucket.
They can't afford to give him that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to fight over the top of that.
Guys, there's a lot of places on the floor that Gasol can play, but Stevie loves that left block.
He does, Kevin, because he can go to work from that spot. He's got the right-hand jump hook towards the middle. He's got the counter move with the drop step or the fadeaway jump shot along the baseline. He's just so fundamentally sound with his footwork and his passing that he's a multi-purpose threat down on the block.
Thomas goes in. Bledsoe outside.
There you go, Bledsoe.
That is good.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Here's Rose. Yep, it goes in, and the Suns' lead is from Pau Gasol.
But the defense just looked a little lazy on the glass there.
Yeah, nobody boxing out. That's inexcusable.
Outside for Bledsoe.
Let's
Dunk to
go.
finish it off. Beauty. Tremendous stuff from a guy
I won't do
that
that.
we think more of
Thinking
for his
about that.
passing.
Yeah, but he's got tremendous leaping ability and a surplus supply, too.
Well, that's a great aggressive move, and 2 big points, too. More often than not today, those shots have not dropped for him.
Gerald Green, hot and cold throughout his career, drafted 17th back in 2005. Steve, the 2007 dunk contest champ, we were there to see that. Then out of the league for over 2 seasons.
Well, Kevin, he was even waived by his teams in Russia and China. So you think about how much he's improved. It's incredible. He's always had the talent to play in this league. I think, had to figure out his niche and understand, how to limit his mistakes. But last year, a terrific campaign.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And you talk about Green's dunk contest win, 6'8" with a 39-inch vertical. I think that 39 might be low. I've seen Gerald put his head in the rim and look down. And I mean in games, I can't even do it justice trying to describe it. Just go online and look up some of Gerald Green's dunks. You'll be amazed.
Here's Butler.
Nice layup.
Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Butler's got 4 points this quarter. Off his leg, and it's whistled a kick. Gibson with the steal. For the finish. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. That's on Goran Dragic.
Playing stupid. And
Then you look at Green's athleticism. I think he can continue to improve as far as rebounding and defense. He has all the tools to be an impact player at that end as well.
Well, Taj Gibson was the 26th pick back in 2009 coming out of USC, and boy, what a get for the Bulls. He's a defensive-minded big man who can defend the 4 and 5 position, and he's also got a very reliable mid-range jumper.
There's no reason for me to
And
play
let's use
stupid.
this break to check out a group of the NBA's best defenders recently. The shooting guards averaging the most steals per game for the past month. You look at Butler, always dangerous on the court. He leads the league.
When you watch him game in, game out, He's just so good defensively. Puts on a clinic, both in terms of his effort and his technique at the two-guard spot.
Well, to be good defensively, you can't have one of those without the other. If you're going to be the defensive terror that he is, and he is a terror,